What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be getting into my Week 11 NFL Power Rankings. We are already in November. It's November 15th. It is crazy, guys. This season's gone by fast. But anyway, let's get into it. Starting with the worst team in football, easily number 32, the Houston Texans. And just continuing to show that they're a scrappy team. But that's about it with Houston. This team clearly just does not have talent at all, and they're just ready for the draft at this point. I don't know how much more weeks I'm going to say this, but the Texans really haven't changed at all. In my eyes, they're going to stay at the bottom. Number 31, we're going to go with the Las Vegas Raiders, dropping down 4 spots. I think it's safe to say this is the most disappointing team in my eyes. I had this team ranked, number 8 coming into the year. Wow, I was clearly wrong about that. I was wrong about a few of these teams, but definitely the Raiders. Just clearly this defense is atrocious. This is their worst performance on the pass rush. They could not get after Matt Ryan in that game at all. I just do not understand right now how they can't even get to Matt Ryan. I just don't know what is going on in Las Vegas. This defense has clearly underwhelmed. It's just not a very good football team at all. And Derek Carr isn't living up to expectations. He's crying in the press conferences. He clearly knows that this is just a big letdown for his team. And Josh McDaniels is not it at coach. How much more do we have to see? This team is just bad. This offense, really the only thing going for is Devontae Adams. They just clearly were not ready. They shouldn't have made that trade with the Green Bay Packers. So let's go to number 30. We're going to have the Carolina Panthers actually going to just be staying at the same spot and going to be rounding out the bad tier. Carolina, I'm not sure what to think about Carolina at this point. They just come into a game against the Falcons, who clearly were struggling in that one, and they take care of business on Thursday Night Football. The defense definitely stepped it up, but I'm not sure how much stock you put into that. The Falcons just were not great, and that Falcons defense is not good at all either, especially in that game. So I'm not taking too much stock into that win. They are going to be staying at the 30 team. So, yeah, congratulations to the Panthers on winning that one. I don't see them really going anywhere this season, though. And then let's go on to the decent tier. A lot of teams in this tier. The in the hunt tier started really wide, and now it has gotten thin, and the decent tier has gotten back to being this bulky tier. Starting with number 28, we're going to have the Arizona Cardinals at 4-6. They're going to be dropping down 9 spots this week because of the fact that Kyler Murray is out now. I'm not sure. He's not going to make the Niners game. That is for sure. And I feel like they need to come down because of that. It makes my power rankings all wonky. With Kyler Murray, this team would have been jumping up. But I'm not sure. Colt McCoy is just not it. Without Kyler Murray, Cliff Kingsbury. They did just beat the Rams, so I'll give them credit for that. But I still don't trust this Cardinals team without Murray. McCoy has been solid, so I do think he deserves to be in the decent tier. But it's just not a very good team down there in Arizona without Murray, especially without Murray. Not really good either way, to be honest with you. But let's go into number 27. The Cardinals were 29. They were dropped down 10 spots. 28. This is 28. The Indianapolis Colts going to be jumping up. Let's see here. 3 spots? Yeah, 3 spots. And into the decent tier. I don't really know what's going on in Indy. Positive they beat the Raiders. Congratulations. Jeff Saturday has worked out. But they put in Sam Ehlinger, and then now they start Ryan in this game against the Raiders. I guess to justify that hiring Jeff Saturday was a good hire because he was taking a lot of criticism for that. I don't know what the Colts are doing, really. I feel like their GM has lost his touch a little bit. But you know what? With Matt Ryan, this team is definitely a decent team. They're 4-5-1. They're in the hunt right now in the AFC, but they just beat the Raiders. I don't really know how much stock to put in that at all. Matt Ryan with the O-line. The O-line did step it up, but then again, they were playing the Raiders, like I said, so I don't know how much stock to put in that. But with Matt Ryan, I do think this team should at least be considered decent. And Jeff Saturday, congratulations to him. He did a good job down there in Indy. So let's go into number 27. We're going to have the Chicago Bears going to be dropping down a spot. Oh, no, not the Browns, sorry. The Bears going to be dropping down a spot this week. Just a tough loss to the Detroit Lions. But they fought in that one. Justin Fields has been phenomenal. He has completely flipped the script from the beginning of the year. Really just looking like Lamar Jackson. I feel like that's a solid comp for him right now. He's running all around. He's making plays with his feet. He's being able to throw on the move. And the run game's working for the Bears. It's just this defense is not good at all. It showed up against the Lions. Again, they're a good coach team, but the defense has its setbacks. So a 3-7 start right now. Bears are a very competitive team, but clearly they lack some talent. Besides Justin Fields, I'm very impressed that this is a win right now for the Bears, even if they're dropping down one spot with the way Justin Fields is playing. Let's go into number 26. We're going to have the Detroit Lions jumping up 3 spots. Now the Lions have just gotten 2 straight wins, so congratulations to them. Yeah, Detroit comes out against the Bears and looks solid. I do like Jared Goff, the way he's been playing the past few weeks, stepping it up. And this team is able to either have a very good offensive week or a solid defensive week. Which one's going to win you the game? This week it was the offense. Defense kind of sucked, but it was enough for the Lions to win. So congratulations to them at 3-6. All right, moving on to number 25, the Atlanta Falcons going to be dropping down 4 spots. This team is gross to talk about, especially after this one. What was this performance by the Falcons? I thought they were starting to get some things going, and then they come out in this week. Marcus Mariota looks horrible. Just the defense is bad. There's only so much Arthur Smith can do for this team, and it clearly is not working right now, Atlanta. I know they're only 1 game back on the Bucs right now, but it feels like that's a much bigger margin at the moment. Falcons, I don't think, are going to come close at the end of the year to make it. All right, number 24, another very disappointing team this season. Drop it down 4 spots, the New Orleans Saints. This offense has completely took a U-turn ever since that Thursday night game against the Cardinals. Andy Dalton has looked bad. This defense is trying to keep him in games, but it's just not enough. Their defense isn't good enough. Been very underwhelming. Andy Dalton's not it. This team's in a very weird spot because they traded away their picks to the Eagles. Man, it would suck to be a Saints fan right now. I feel bad for them. It's not going well in New Orleans. They were expecting to come out this year and compete, and it's been the opposite. They're 3-7 heading into Week 11. All right, going on to number 23, we got the Los Angeles Rams dropping down 5 spots. Another icky team to describe right now. The Rams now lost Cooper Kupp for the season. Well, not for the season, but for at least 4 weeks. And Matthew Stafford played hurt in that Cardinals game. This team, especially with this O-line, it just sucks. The defense is underwhelmed this season. Fortunately, there's a lot of other bad teams right now, and if they were in another year, this team could have been one of the worst teams in the league. The defending Super Bowl champs, I don't even know when the last time we've had this bad of a team coming off of Super Bowl be this bad. It's just bad. The Rams, they went all in to win that Super Bowl. Congratulations to them. They won the Super Bowl, and that's going to be big for them. But now they have to pay the consequences of it, and they're going to have to rebuild, I think, because you just cannot win like this right now. You got to get an O-line. This defense has got to be better. Other than Aaron Donald and Ramsey, this defense sucks. Number 22, we're going to have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Going to be jumping up 3 spots. So the Jaguars this week, just another tough loss here against the Chiefs. The defense just clearly has its issues. I know they're playing the Chiefs this week, but still, it's just been evident all year long. This Jaguars team's just not very good really at all. The offense, Trevor Lawrence has played good the past few games. Against the Raiders and the Chiefs, but it's just not enough. This team just clearly lacks talent. And ever since that first 3 weeks, this has gone downhill for the Jaguars. All right, number 21, the Pittsburgh Steelers jumping up 7 spots. And this is really only because all these teams look bad below them. The Steelers just got a win over the Saints this week. Congratulations to them. Coming off the bye week, Kenny Pickett looked solid in this game. The defense finally starting to get some things going here. TJ Watt, didn't he play in this game? I believe so. Let me just search this up real quick. Yes, he is there, and he clearly makes a big difference for this football team. You can see it on this defense. The offense just got enough, and that's really what this well-coached teams, if you're that well-coached in this day and age of the NFL, with all these bad teams below them, you're going to be number 21. It's just weird. This season's been so weird. Number 20, the Browns are jumping up 2 spots after a loss. Don't even take any stock into that because the Browns looked horrible this week against the Dolphins. This defense, very underwhelming. I don't even know. Their defensive coordinator needs to be hired. This defense should have a lot of talent and should be a solid defense. They look like it against the Bengals, but that's been about it. It's just a very inconsistent unit, and that goes down to the coordinator, I think. And everything, the Browns offense, Deshaun Watson's coming back, but it's not going to be enough this season. This team's season, I think, is done at 3-6. I do believe they're playing the Bills this week, so yeah, they're going to have to beat the Bills or else their season probably done, and the Bills are coming off 2 straight losses. I expect the Bills to run all over the Browns in that one. All right, number 19, we're going to have the Denver Broncos dropping down 2 spots. A lot of you probably would say this is too high for the Broncos. Okay, I need to just get off a rant about the Broncos. I've given them the benefit of the doubt all season long. This team, I ranked 2nd. Yes, I ranked 2nd. I really believe in Russell Wilson. I still do. I think he's going to have a good future in Denver. Just not right now. He is playing bad. I just can't say it anymore. He's playing bad. Especially coming off a bye week. Like, he looked good against the Jaguars. I really do like Russell Wilson. He's my favorite player of all time. But what is happening? This couldn't have gone any worse for the Broncos trading for him. And this team is paying the price. They're 19 right now in my rankings. On a normal year, this team's probably down at 27 something. This defense, though. We got to give credit to this defense. This defense is elite. They've proven it. I saw the stat. If the Broncos have scored 18 points in all of their games, this team would be 8-1 right now and top of the AFC. 18 points. Are you serious? Instead, this team is 3-6. Like, what? I just don't understand. I can't hold back on the Broncos now. They're so incredibly frustrating on the offense. This O-line is trash. Nathaniel Hackett, he is not a good head coach. What else do we have to see? His scheme does not fit Russell Wilson, and most importantly, Russell Wilson's playing bad. He got paid all this money for them, and he has looked bad. You cannot say it anymore. He has looked bad. He has not looked like a good quarterback. I'm done with the Broncos. I'm done. This team is done. This team is in the dumps. Could they save their season next week? Surprise me? Yes, they could. I do not expect it. That is very low chance at this point. I'm done with the Broncos. I'm staying in the Broncos a lot here because I want to get across a point here. I really had a lot of high expectations for the Broncos this season. They are bad. They're a bad football team in the decent tier because of their defense, and they can stay competitive in literally every game. Okay, sorry, I had to get that off my chest. I hate what's going on in Denver right now. I thought coming off the bye week they were able to figure some things out, but it has been the opposite. Sorry about that, guys. Let's move on to number 18. We're going to have the Green Bay Packers jumping up 6 spots. 4-6 right now for Green Bay. Get the win over the Dallas Cowboys. Congratulations. You're jumping up 6 spots mainly because everyone else below you sucks. And you're in the hunt in the playoffs. This is enough to be in the hunt for the Green Bay Packers. They're staying alive right now. Finally the big impact. Christian Watson, he looked great. And when Christian Watson looks good, Aaron Rodgers finally has someone to go for, and Aaron Rodgers played at a high level. So when you get a receiver that's good, Rodgers gets back to playing good against a very good Cowboys defense. He clearly knew this was a must-win game, and he played like it in front of his home crowd. So congratulations to the Packers. Rodgers, unlike what Russell Wilson's done, he has risen up to the occasion, at least for one game here. They got a Thursday night game against the Titans, a very good defense. We'll have to see if they respond. Also, this defense are just very up and down for Green Bay. Number 17, the Washington Commanders. A big win over the Philadelphia Eagles last night on Monday night. What a win for Taylor Heinicke in this group. Heinicke looked very good in that one. Was able to move the ball. This run game's been working. Heinicke, he's up and down, I'll admit. But the defense has officially, just stepped it up under Ron Rivera. This team's flipped the script. What else can I say right now? And they just beat arguably the best team in the NFL right now. All right, number 16, we're going to have the New England Patriots staying at the same spot. This week, I do believe this team was on bye. I'm going to be sounding like an idiot if they're not. If they weren't. Yeah, they were. So this team's on bye. They're staying at the same spot. Moving on to number 15, the Los Angeles Chargers dropping down 3 spots this week. The Chargers offense has just not lived up to the expectations. I know they have a lot of injuries, but Justin Herbert's not lived up to the expectation. The coaching's not good really here in Los Angeles. It's just not a very good team. I mean, right now, it's just an average team, and that's where they sit there right now at number 15. I don't really know what else to say about the Chargers. This week was just more evident of it. They're playing a very good Niners defense, so you got to give them that. The defense stepped it up against the Niners this week, but not enough to win it. And the Chargers just continue to disappoint this year. All right, let's go to 14. The New York Jets going to be jumping up a spot because of the Chargers falling on bye. They're going to be 14. Number 13, we're going to have the New York Giants staying at the same spot here. The Giants just took care of business against the worst team in the NFL, in my opinion, and just continue to find ways to win. There's really nothing else about it for the Giants. I heard this quote: "The Giants are just like a chess master playing a bunch of pieces with no heads, so just all pawns." It's run by Brian Daboll. He's done an excellent job. He has Saquon Barkley. He has all these he has some weapons, but definitely lacks talent. And this team is just very, very well coached right now. And it's just a very good team down there in New York. All right, let's go to number 12. We're going to have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Going to be jumping up 2 spots at 5-5. Tampa Bay got a big win over Seattle this week. This Tampa Bay team reminds me of the 2020 team right now. We're very much struggling in Tom Brady's first game as a Buccaneer, first few games as a Buck. About this point, that's where he started to turn things around. Brady's playing at a much better level right now. This defense has stepped it up a lot. They really hold Seattle to next to nothing in the first 3.5 quarters of that game. And then the run game. That's the main thing to take away from this game. They really started to get the run game going. The O-line stepped it up on that side, and Leonard Fournette and White were able to run the football effectively in this one, and they got the win. So congratulations to the Bucs, first team to ever win in Germany. I'm not very happy about it, but congratulations. Number 11, the Cincinnati Bengals on bye this week. We'll see if they can stay in this contender tier. They're definitely on the definitely at the bottom. I mean, at this bottom of this contender tier. Number 10, we got the Seattle Seahawks going to be dropping down 2 spots. My apologies. Right there, the Seahawks, came out this week, finally just kind of looked bad against the Bucs in that first half. The offense was struggling. But I'm not going to overreact to one game for Seattle. I really believe in Geno Smith. That one play on 4th down and 1 where he just was running for his life, chucked it right into only where Marquise Goodwin could catch it. A phenomenal throw by Geno Smith. That is elite level throwing by Smith, and what a catch by Goodwin. But it was just a little bit too late for Seattle. They couldn't get the stop. The defense struggled. I think it mainly was nerves. This is a very young team going into Germany. A lot of excitement down there. It was a crazy atmosphere. Shout out to Germany. But yeah, that's I don't think that's going to be the norm for Seattle this year. All right, number 9, the Baltimore Ravens. I do believe this team was on bye, so staying at 9. Hopefully they can keep their success going. Number 8, we're going to have the Tennessee Titans. Going to be dropping down a spot this week. Tennessee, I'm not mad with Tennessee this week, but a lot of teams are jumping ahead of them, like the Vikings, which is why they're dropping down here. I just believe the Titans right now. They're just a very, very, very well-coached team, and this defense is one of the best in the league, if not the best. Really played well against the Broncos. And Ryan Tannehill and the offense did enough. This offense is questionable, but their defense is legit. Moving on to number 7, we're going to have the San Francisco 49ers dropping down 2 spots this week, mainly due to the Dolphins and the Vikings. They got the win, but I'm not very confident in the Niners right now. Their offense struggled in that game. This defense clearly is legit, very similar to the Titans here. But Jimmy Garoppolo and the Christian McCaffrey in this Niners offense had enough to win this one. And that's all that matters in the NFL is getting the wins. Going to be dropping down to 7 because there's a lot of better teams right now, I think. Going on to 6, another team dropping down 2 spots, the Dallas Cowboys. Frustrating loss in a Mike McCarthy revenge game. It should have been Mike McCarthy's game, he says. Couldn't quite get it done. They had that game. They were up by 2 touchdowns and let the Packers come back in that one, and the Packers barely won that one. Just frustrated with the Cowboys on that one. This defense, it's just 1 week. I'm not too worried about it, but they didn't look great against the Bears either. So we're going to have to see. This defense has got to play better right now. But Dak Prescott's playing solid. This offense is doing decent. And that's going to leave them at 6. All right, number 5. We're going to have the Dolphins jumping up a spot. Miami, very, very big win this week. Just completely went all over the Browns. And this offense, I'm honestly going to say this. I think Tua is the next Drew Brees right now. He's playing like it. Very accurate quarterback. He has the weapons right now. He has a perfect system for him. And with that system, he looks like Drew Brees. You love to see it. It's kind of weird to watch a left-handed quarterback, but Tua, I don't even care if you're left or right-handed. You're playing very good. And I'm very impressed with the Dolphins right now. The defense is questionable. They got to get healthy. Once they could get healthy, man, this team can be very, very scary. But still, very good. This offense is legit in Miami. Number 4. Okay, I doubted the Minnesota Vikings last week, but they're going to be jumping up 6 spots. This team just keeps finding ways to win. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters in the NFL. And what a win for the Minnesota Vikings, beating we'll see where I put the Bills, but one of the best teams in the league in the America's game of the year. One of the best games, really. I don't even remember. Like, that game was so freaking good. It was a crazy game. Justin Jefferson, he is the best receiver in the league, in my opinion, right now. He is playing at an elite level. This team looks solid. Kirk Cousins getting the job done, Dalvin Cook getting the job done, and the defense is at least able to get after the passer and force some turnovers with Zadarius Smith down in there. So you got to like the Vikings. You got to give them respect. They keep winning, and they're going to go to 8-1. I mean, they're going to jump up to 4 because of it. Let's go on to number 3. We're going to have the Philadelphia Eagles staying at the same spot here. Okay, so I didn't bring the Eagles up to number 1 last week, and it proved to be the right decision because the Eagles just couldn't win this game, prove that they can be beaten here. But yeah, I don't think the Eagles fans should be too mad about it. You had an 8-0 start. That has already exceeded expectations. 8-1 exceeds expectations entering into week 9. You're playing a very good divisional team. You can't win them all. The Commanders were desperate for a win, and they came out in that one and won it. And there was a lot of questionable calls with the refs, a lot of crazy, things that did not go the Eagles' way. And that's going to happen in the NFL. It's just going to happen sometimes. It's so hard to be undefeated, and it just continues to prove it every year in the National Football League. But, yeah, I still think this Eagles team is a top 3 team right now and the best in the NFC. Number 2, we're going to have the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, this is going to be tough for me to justify here. Chiefs at 7-2. Let's just talk about the Chiefs here. They're coming off a bye week. Oh, wait, no, not sorry. Not a bye week. The win against the Jaguars. I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking there. But the Chiefs come off a win against the Jaguars here. Just were the better team in this game, and it was a big win for the Chiefs. The offense, Patrick Mahomes continues to play at a high level here. The defense is playing solid, and Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league right now. Okay, so the Bills. How do I justify this for the Bills staying at number 1? Okay, first off, the Bills beat the Chiefs earlier this year. I know that's not great to say right now, but I do think top to bottom, this Bills team is better than the Chiefs. Josh Allen is struggling, though, right now. I'll admit, he's making mistakes. He threw a pick against the Vikings, and it was just frustrating for the Bills. But I'm not mad with it. I'm not mad with the Bills right now because I do think Josh Allen's going to turn this around. He's an elite quarterback. I still really do believe in him a lot. This defense is better than the Chiefs. The weapons for the Bills, I think, are better than the Chiefs. It's just Josh Allen right now. And it's got to be Josh Allen. I do think he can play at Mahomes' level. We're going to see if he can rise to the occasion. I'm giving the Bills the benefit of the doubt. This might be the wrong call, but I'm going to do it. I think the Bills are still the number 1 team in the NFL right now. So anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this video today. Hopefully you all enjoyed the content. Comment down below your power rankings. Where do you agree? Where do you disagree? I'm sure there's going to be a lot of disagreement because this is just so hard to rank these power rankings with this season. But anyway, guys, peace out.